southern, the next village, then schools, and last children. And so it reads China, near a little place not far from a river called the Sikiang. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and so we see the children on their way to school. Books and other belongings in little baskets. The white flat-roofed building in the distance is their school. They usually set off very early and arrive a long time before lessons begin, so that they have time to play games. Thus, some of them play in bare feet. Their clothes, too, are mostly different from ours. You think it's a Chinese game? Not at all. Children play it all over the world. Let's see what she's been doing. It looks something like an aeroplane. The part of a circle in front could be the propeller. It's followed by a wing, then another wing, and then the body. Anyway, they call the game jumping the aircraft, and the rules seem to be very much the same as in our hopscotch. Another popular game is marbles, and these boys seem to be very good at it. They toe a line and throw marbles towards a circle in which each has put a marble of his own. In turn, they try to knock the marbles out, and what they knock out, they win. But let's go along to the school and see what is happening indoors. Here's the teacher, and he's drawing a design on the blackboard for the first lesson. Seems to be a fish hidden amongst the water weeds. Hello, he says, nearly 9 o'clock. Time those children were coming in. Yes, they ring bells in China for school to begin. Here, the head boy also has a little bell which he uses as a signal to the children to greet the teacher. They now prepare for the first lesson. Many Chinese pictures have writing on them. The teacher completes his by writing, "This fish is swimming amongst the water reeds." In this school there's only one class, and boys and girls of all ages are in it. It's reading lesson now, and so they get out their books from their wickerwork baskets. This is a Chinese reading book, and the little girl is patiently following some of the hundreds and hundreds of characters she must learn. For drawing, they have books with instructions on the top of each page. The crayons which the boy is using are made in England. Perhaps one of the most interesting things to see in a Chinese school is the way they write. Notice how the boy holds the brush and the tin containing solid Chinese ink. And now, while the lessons of the day go on, we'll have a look at the kind of village that some of these children come from. It's at the foot of the hills and consists of long rows of houses with very narrow alleys in between them. The men who live there spend most of their time farming. Let's go down one of the streets and step inside a house to see what it's like. The baby's getting a bit impatient. Mother comes to look after him. She's going to give him a meal and then take him out, so she gets him ready. He wears his hat both inside and outside. She likes to have the baby with her a good deal of the time, so she carries him strapped on her back. In fact, she even sits down to a meal with the baby still strapped to her. No knives and forks, but chopsticks instead. The food they eat far more of than anything else is boiled rice. The younger boy doesn't seem to want it today, so his mother offers him small fish to help it down. Ah, that's better. His elder brother has learnt to help himself. After the meal, baby is ready to go out. Chinese mothers find it easy to carry their babies like this in the crowded alleyways of the village and the busy street markets of the neighboring town. There aren't enough motor cars yet in China to prevent the children playing in the streets, although they have started to put up guardrails in some places. But the evenings are not all spent in play. Many children have to take a share in the family work on the site, a schoolboy leading a calf out to the pasture. Well, we've seen their school, their home, their play, and a little of their work. These things make up the everyday life of the countless children who live in the little villages of southern China.